This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
The big railway budget begins good news for Chennai, 9 new suburban services for the city. Mamata Banerjee also announces 2 new connections to cities in demand, Shirdi and Mysore. Amma rejects the latest railway budget, complains of little focus on Tamil Nadu. Heavyweight stars Jayalalitha and Vijayakant will be the lead pair in taking on the DMK combine in the assembly elections. Round 2 of talks between Congress and the DMK on seat sharing this evening. Will the parties reach a satisfactory compromise? The DMK chief plays the minority card, writes to the Prime Minister, demands that Dalit Christians be treated at par with Dalits. In a barbaric move, 30 stray dogs are killed in Perumbakam, reportedly by lethal injections. We want a better pay structure, demand government employees. Instead, they are handed a sound blow of a police lathi. A very good evening and welcome to News Tonight with me, Ashmit Kumar. Now, it was high drama in the parliament today as Mamata Banerjee unveiled the new railway budget. The theatrics in the Lok Sabha was more appealing than the initiatives of the railway minister. But importantly, passengers in opposition parties in the state are not convinced about the goodies, which with the Bengal bias are becoming obvious. All of this as the political groups get into battle formations ahead of the big assembly polls in Tamil Nadu. The captain joins forces with Amma, while the Congress is working out a seat-sharing formula with the DMK. And we'll get you all of that in just a bit. But first, let's take a look at stories coming in from across the nation. No hikes, 56 new trains and many Aam Aadmi schemes in Railway Budget 2011. But the opposition attacks her alleged Bengal bias. The Economic Service says inflation is worrying, errant monsoon and rising crude prices is posing a threat. Ex-Telecom Minister Arun Shourie submits his account of the 2G scam to the CBI, says Raja should turn approver. The black money issue makes Pranab Mukherjee fume again, says the government cannot reveal the names of those who had taken black money. India can land 2 flights a day in Tripoli in Libya. Indians will not be charged for evacuation. Well, in news just coming in, we have received early reports of a major fire on Ritchie Street. Now, to tackle the fire, 4 fire tenders and 3 Metro Water trucks have been pressed into service. Now, for more on this fire, this again raging fire is what we believe is being reported from Ritchie Street. We are now joined by our reporter Salim, who's joining us live over the phone line. Salim, give us a sense of how big is the fire, what is the nature of fire, what are the reasons behind it, and most importantly, any casualties, have they been reported?
Yeah, Ashmit, no casualty has been reported so far. The firefighting is still on. According to sources, the fire broke out at around 8 this evening. At least 4 fire tenders have been pressed into service. The firefighters are fighting out a battle to put off the fire. The reason, the shops in Ritchie Street are placed very close to each other. In fact, the street is narrow, obviously making it very difficult for the firemen. No casualties have been reported so far. The loss of property is yet to be ascertained. The area is usually active till 9:30 p.m. and today is a working day, and hence it seems the people are at high risk.
Right, Salim, if I can ask you now the question, we have in fact covered on NDTV Hindu how various fire norms are not really followed. Was that the primary concern here, that again a lack of failure to actually comply with some of the fire safety norms? Is that the main reason behind the fire that we are seeing at Ritchie Street?
As you rightly pointed, it is a concern. It is a primary concern for the firemen because sources from the fire department very clearly say that fire norms have not been followed as far as Ritchie Street is concerned. It is not only with the Ritchie Street, but the other malls in the city, the multiplexes in the city, have been doing the same thing in spite of repeated warnings from the fire department. In fact, the top cop from the fire service have very clearly told NDTV Hindu 2 weeks ago that most of the multiplexes in the city are not following the fire norms. And the case is same with the Ritchie Street, and hence the firefighters say that they are fighting out a battle to put off the fire due to these narrow streets and the shops located there are very close to each other. And the police say that they can update us once the firefighting is over. As of now, the loss of property is yet to be ascertained, and we do not know whether there is any casualty. We will, the fire service will update us in a short while. Ashmit?
Right, Salim. Just a final word right now. Any word now? There are no casualties. Any word on the status of that firefight, about whether the fire has already been put out or whether the firefight continues right now with 4 fire tenders being pressed into service?
5 minutes ago, sources from the fire service have been telling us that they are still fighting to put off the fire, Ashmit.
Right, Salim. Thanks a lot for joining us with all those insights. We'll, of course, be coming back to you for more details in this one story here about the fire that continues to rage on Ritchie Street. Let's move ahead now. The ruling allies, the DMK and the Congress, are all set for the second round of seat-sharing talks for the upcoming polls. According to sources, the Congress party appears to be driving a hard bargain with the DMK in poll-bound Tamil Nadu and is pressing for power sharing if the alliance comes to power. Now, according to highly placed party sources, the Congress wants to participate in the governance of the state rather than just lend outside support. Now, our reporter Lokpriya is in fact there at those talks right now. She is following those talks very carefully right now. Lokpriya, again, you're joining us live. Can you give us a sense of, you must have spoken to a few party persons at this point. What sense are you getting in terms of the negotiations, the way they are heading? Congress is known to be pursuing a very, very hard bargain at this point, demanding a bigger share of the pie right now. What responses are you getting from the party members?
Well, Ashmit, right now the Chief Minister Karnataka has just arrived at Annahalai. It kind of signals that the deal might be closed today in all probability. The meeting started at around 8:30 and Karnataka just arrived as we speak. So the deal might be closed today. That's the kind of sense that we are getting. We did speak to some of the party sources, and the sources are telling us that the DMK might give Congress anywhere around.
Right, Lokpriya, there appears to be some network problem. We'll try to get back to you to get more details on this all-important negotiations between Congress and the DMK ahead of the elections here in the state. Now, of course, in another top story, the railway budget in 2011 was presented on expected lines and did turn out to be a populist one. But one of the big takeaways this time is coming to the aid of suburban service commuters in metropolitan cities. The Union Railway Minister Mamta Banerjee extended 9 new additional services for the city and a suburban service, apart from introducing 33 new suburban trains in Kolkata. Now, Mamta also announced the proposal to set up a separate body for suburban services for mega cities such as Chennai. Now, currently, these are under the divisional manager of Southern Railways. Now, the new body will look into providing efficient, affordable and comfortable transportation services to the citizens. Well, but even as these new suburban projects are announced for the city, Chennaites remain skeptical. They argue that if the services announced last year haven't yet seen the light of day, why should this year be any different?
லாஸ்ட் பட்ஜெட்டில் சொன்னதே இன்னும் நிறைய ஐட்டம்ஸ் அவங்க ஃபுல்ஃபில் பண்ண வேண்டியது நிறையா இருக்குது. ஸோ அப்படி இருக்கும்போது இந்த பட்ஜெட்டில் சொல்கிறது அவங்க எப்போ இம்ப்ளிமெண்ட் பண்ண ஒருவேளை தேர்தல் பட்ஜெட்டாக இருந்தாலும் இருக்கலாம், இது சொல்ல முடியாது.
Of course, there hasn't been a major announcement of sorts for new trains in terms of Chennai. Nonetheless, 2 new non-stop Duronto trains have been announced. One is the Madurai-Chennai Duronto, which will run bi-weekly, and the Chennai-Thiruvananthapuram AC, which would also run bi-weekly. Now, 2 other express trains, one from Chennai to Shirdi via Bangalore and another from Mysore to Chennai, have been announced. And well, in a first-of-its-kind initiative, the Railway Minister announced a scheme for helping the homeless who live by the side of the tracks. Mamta Banerjee said that it was only in major cities such as Chennai and Mumbai that a lot of slum dwellers live close to the railway tracks, which often makes them a casualty in railway accidents. Now, Mamta said that the railways had come up with a plan to provide shelter and security to these people under the Sukhi Graha scheme, and about 10,000 of them will benefit from the scheme. Well, we have been tracking the response to the budget from the people themselves. Let's in fact take a look at what ordinary passengers such as you and I make of these initiatives.
It's very delighting to hear such news, and I guess more sports people, I guess all the present sports people will be benefited out of this, and then it will encourage other people who are beginning sports. It will encourage them or motivate them to practice more and then take sports as their career.
Nice to hear a lot of new things that have been introduced in the budget of the railway. What measures more is the amenities, because that's what is lacking a lot. So people don't look at the great measures that have been introduced in the budget. So the ministry has got to look up more on increasing the passenger amenities. That's very important.
I welcome the budget, but the only thing what the railway minister can look into it is like the cleanliness of the train. Last night I travelled from Coimbatore to Chennai, and the train was filthy and dirty like everywhere. So it's better if the railway minister could look into the cleanliness.
Durando Express, Madurai to Madras we have to welcome. At the same time, Coimbatore, Bangalore, additional train would know there is a long pending demand. Yana existing train, Ernakulam working extend money, the quota having Korchanga. Either with the Western District to Rumba affect
the railway should take care of the sanitation. It is very worst. Whenever we go for a sleeper, third AC, but the sanitation is equal only. Even AC also, the sanitation they are not maintaining properly.
And well, the state parties in the state were again quick to reject the railway budget, taking a dig at the Trinamool Congress chief. AIADMK chief Jayalalitha rejected Mamta Banerjee's track record as railway minister, calling it uninspiring. Now, she also charged that motivated by elections in her home state of West Bengal, Mamta Banerjee had made disproportionate allocations. She also complained that the people of Tamil Nadu had little to look forward to. Meanwhile, her criticisms found support in the state. PMK chief Ramados and Vaiko of the MDMK questioned the lack of focus on Tamil Nadu. They also pointed at the apparent Bengal bias. But meanwhile, political parties in the state are busy gearing up for the polls, forming alliances. And the latest move by the DMDK to sail alongside the AIADMK has brought a smile on the left's face. Steering back to their 2009 pre-poll rhetoric of an anti-Congress, anti-BJP alliance, the CPM State Secretary G. Ramakrishnan welcomed the DMDK's decision to align with the AIADMK for the upcoming assembly elections.
In the coming assembly election, our party is of the opinion that we should have a broad alliance of non-Congress, non-BJP parties, democratic parties in Tamil Nadu. So in this connection, I welcome DMDK deciding to have understanding seat adjustment with ADMK. They met ADMK leaders yesterday and held talks on seat sharing. So to defeat DMK Congress alliance in the ensuing assembly election, I welcome the DMDK to join hands with the ADMK led front.
Well, even as the opposition parties are busy shoring up support, the DMK chief is trying a masterstroke of a different kind. Now, singing the minority tune, Chief Minister Karunanidhi wrote to the Prime Minister demanding that Dalit Christians be treated at par with other Dalits. Now, Karunanidhi argued that benefits made available to scheduled castes should be extended to those converting to Christianity by including them in the list of scheduled castes by passing an act in the Parliament. Having put forth these arguments in 1996, the Chief Minister demanded the personal intervention of the Prime Minister in taking this issue forward. And lots more on the other side, including the fate of 30 stray dogs handed a raw deal. Barbarism against animals reaches new lows. We get you more details on the other side.